sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I am waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I
Can you turn your light off? Oh, yeah, it's hard for me to sleep like this.
I'm almost over this chapter. I got about 30 more minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
I can't sleep. All right.
A few moments later.
Babe, I mean, it's been 10 minutes. Can you please shut it off? I got to wake up early in the morning.
I have about 20 more minutes on this chapter. This is my only time to read.
I understand, but I have to get up early in the morning. Can you just read in the morning? I mean, I have a lot I have to do tomorrow.
Didn't you just get a sleep mask?
You know what? You right.
Use it.
Man to sleep, baby.
I don't know how you sleep with that thing on.
So it's actually comfortable. Pitch black. I don't have to worry about your light. I'll be able to sleep just fine.
Well, enjoy it. Looks good on you.
This actually feels good. Oh, good night, baby.
Good night, love you.
Love you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, check out Manta Sleep. The link to the website is in the description of this video. Make sure that you use promo code TDPHINSTALK. That is TDPHINSTALK. Again, make sure you check them out. Supporting our sponsors is supporting the channel. If you can't sleep when it's bright, these masks will turn out the light. Manta Sleep. Check them out.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I appreciate you all tuning in. We got some breaking news coming out of Arizona. The Arizona Cardinals have officially released Deandre Hopkins, giving him essentially exactly what he wanted. He really didn't want to be traded. He wanted to be out on the open market and have a chance to go wherever he wanted to go and for whatever price he's able to get. This has a lot of ramifications for the Miami Dolphins. We're going to discuss that in just a moment. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, supporting our sponsors is supporting the channel. Even if you don't need a sleep mask, go on Manta Sleep and check them out. Take a look at them. Look at all the features that they have with the new mask and everything. Use the code that is in the description of the video. So go ahead and make sure that you check them out, all right? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want to really dive right in, but before we do, shout out to the Mod Squad. Shout out to all the members of the channel. Shout out to the Patreon members. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, all right? And everybody who is subscribed to this channel. I am grateful for you being subscribed. I'm happy that y'all rock with us every single day. Salute to each and every one of you guys. Let's get it going. Let's get it going, all right? First and foremost, Andres, trust me, it's crazy. This is not a post June 1st designation. Arizona takes the entire $22.6 million dead cap hit this season for Deandre Hopkins. I don't know how it got that bad to where you could take that kind of hit. Man, I really want to know why was it that bad, you know? But that's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and get into why this is a loaded conversation that Dolphin fans need to be very aware of this. Dolphin fans need to keep their eyes on this situation. First and foremost, let's eliminate the Miami Dolphins unless Chris Greer just pulls a rabbit out of the hat and then we're just sitting here like, it ain't happening. It ain't happening in Miami, okay? So we can get that straight now. We got Tyreek and Waddle leading the way with Chosen brought in. You still got the $7 million cap hit on Cedric. It ain't happening in Miami. It's like somebody said overkill in the comment section. I don't think you could ever have overkill, but it's okay. It's overkill. It's overkill. We don't need it in Miami, but that would be just like insanely insane. But never say never. Never say never, but it's not happening. It's highly unlikely. Okay, so let's get that out the way now. All right, before we start, we ain't one of the teams fantasizing. But ain't that a good feeling? Ain't that a great feeling? I mean, it don't matter what position it is. If a player get released, that's amazing. Boy, Dolphin fans, we out here like, hey, we might get him. For the first time in our lives, we can look at a great player and be like, that ain't happening in Miami. We straight. Like, where they do that at? Like, ain't that a great feeling? Now, I don't want to be the Debbie Downer. I don't want to be the negative Nancy. But it just hit me hard mentally. Like I'm sitting here saying, ain't that a great feeling? Then it just, bang, it just punched me in the brain. And I thought about it. Boy, the one thing we don't think about as Dolphin fans is what would happen if Tyreek Hill goes out. So Chris Greer, go pull the trigger. Go get Hopkins. Nah, I'm just playing. We ain't getting no Hopkins, man. But, hey, that's something I've been telling y'all. If Tyreek was to go out, man, we right back to square one. We right back to the Flores Dolphin days. You know what I mean? So, all right. So, anyway, fantasizing, okay? Let's talk about this. Here's why it's important for us to keep an eye on it for multiple reasons. First and foremost, Dolphin fans, y'all better hope this man ends up in the NFC. And I'm going to tell you now, there is a 5% chance he will end up in the NFC. 5%. Y'all better hope this man don't end up in the AFC. See, I ain't even started talking about the AFC East yet, which we're going to get there. But the AFC in general. Now, I know that most of us Dolphin fans, you know, we going to always say, oh, we going to win the division, so it don't matter. Until we do, I'm not there. So it's already going to be hard enough in the AFC to make the playoffs for every team. I just hope he ends up in the NFC. That's number one. Number two, There are so many teams that are interested in bringing him in right now. Everybody on the phone right now with his agent. If the Chiefs get him, look how much more dangerous they get, and they're already the most dangerous team in the league. Where's their flaws? What's going to keep them from continuing to pick up where they left off? You know, because I like to compare my team to other teams. Not just think that my team is the best team of all time and we're about to win 12 Super Bowls. I've been past, I'm probably 3 years removed from living under that level of delusion in this fan base. I have decided that I probably will never go back to being that delusional of a fan. Now, I'm going to be hyped early in the season, believe we're going to win a Super Bowl, but I've gotten past that puppy love delusion. You know how when you're young and you meet a girl or vice versa, and you got the butterflies and it's the puppy love, and all the adults look at you like you just don't know better. I guess I've graduated. I'm past that point in life. When it comes to the Dolphins, I look at everything to the rawest extent of reality and what's realistic. I don't give the edge. I don't do any of that. It is what it is. So I look at the Chiefs. Some say we ain't better than the Chiefs right now anyway. And we could argue that because we feel like we've gotten a lot better, right? But you add a D-Hop, come on. I mean, they got a solid defense that's always been but don't break. And to me, it's trash, but it's still, bends but not break. They got an offense that pretty much is unstoppable because they got two players that are unstoppable. Two of the most unstoppable players in the NFL on offense. It's crazy. That's just the Chiefs. We can go down the list. Then you got where I think he might actually end up. The Baltimore Ravens. They already done got Lamar help. You add D-Hop. He right there with everybody else. We got a plethora of weapons, and we know how dynamic of a player Lamar is. And this is what's funny. You add D-Hop to Baltimore, what in the heck makes our our offense better than theirs? I'm sorry. I can right then and there automatically say our offense ain't better than theirs. Our offense ain't better than theirs. They got a receiving core just as good as ours. They running attack will be better than ours, even if we run the ball more and run it well. It's just inevitable because they got guarantees with Lamar Jackson's legs. They got the tight end. We don't. And they will always have a superior defense because that's what they're built on typically. Especially with the addition of Roquan. See, this is when you get into the business of comparing your team with others to get a realistic look at how you stack up. How you stack up. But that's interesting. Because we always talk about on this channel, when everything is the same, what does it come down to? We always talk about it on this channel. They get D-Hop, they got just as good as a running back. A wide receiver group as us. They probably a better ground attack, better tight end. Why would we say that our offense is better? On paper, right? Because you still got to go play the game. And the Ravens may be one of the most scariest teams in the NFL this year. Scandala says sucks. He wants Buffalo or Chiefs. I think he wants Baltimore. And I think he wouldn't mind going to the Chiefs. Going to the Chiefs makes him probably feel like it's the best chance to win a Super Bowl. And with Travis Kelce demanding double teams and stuff the way that he does, you can't have two players on the field demanding double teams. And what would make the Chiefs so dynamic is that you'd have a guy in the middle demanding a double team as well. It's just nasty, scary. Let's move forward. That's the Chiefs. That's the Ravens. Also, Cleveland. The Browns already got your boy from Dallas. What's his name again? Amari Cooper up there balling, and a whole bunch of other little weapons. In Cleveland out here talk about they want them. Scary. That would be scary. That would be nasty. And hold on. Wait. I think I'm running a blur in my blunt brain. Didn't D-Hop and Deshaun Watson, that was the old connection anyway? I think that, I know I ain't tripping. It's a blur in my brain. Wasn't that the actual connection anyway? Am I tripping, y'all? It was D-Hop and Watson, right? Yes, in Houston. Yeah. Yo, I forgot all about that. I knew something was like, wait, hold on. What? Hope that don't happen. I really hope that don't happen. I really hope that doesn't happen. And that ain't it. Now it's time to get to the real meat and potatoes. Shout out to the homie Cap for Life with the membership, man. I love you, brother. Now it's time to get to the real meat and potatoes. If that man come to any team in the AFC East, and we know it ain't us, that's bad. I don't care how much we talk about the Patriots being down in the dumpster. D-Hop go to New England, they right back in the fray with everybody else. Got Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki doing their thing, and then you got D-Hop on the outside. Mac Jones might have his breakout year. We can sit there and deny it all we want and be like, nah, I ain't worried about it. They gonna run the ball with Ramondre Stevenson and Harris. They got a run game. You add D-Hop over there, all Mac Jones got to do is not screw it up. Because Mac Jones can at least do what Tua did last year. Man, that would be. See, and nobody think about that. Nobody think about that because that defense going to always do what it do, and y'all know that. That defense is always going to do what it do. As much as we've dominated the Patriots over the last 2 years, that defense has still been tough. That defense has still been tough. It ain't really been no real blowouts. The Patriots are not an option. Maybe not, but if they end up surprising people and coming through as one, that can be an issue. All of those, Buffalo, yeah, we'll sweep the Patriots. Jets, yeah, we'll sweep the Patriots. Dolphins, yeah, we'll sweep the Patriots. You got a little bit of a pause now. A little bit of a pause. Because when you look at the Patriots, let's be honest. There's only two elements that you look at and you say, we ain't worrying about them. Element number one, they ain't got enough weapons on the outside. And element number two, Mac Jones regressed, but he didn't have an offensive coordinator last year. They had a trash coordinator calling plays. Because remember the year before, the man went to the Pro Bowl. I mean, he was selected, not an alternate. He was selected. Just saying. But the Patriots are the least likely team for him to go to, I believe. But let's go down the road with it. The New York Jets. If that man go to the New York Jets with Aaron Rodgers, man, it's a wrap. They got a better receiving core than us. From 1 through 6, they would have a better receiving core than us. And nobody have to acknowledge that. You wouldn't have to acknowledge that. But 1 through 6, they would have a better receiving core than us. And I know Dolphin fans wouldn't acknowledge that, but you're not paying attention to what the Jets got over there in their receiving core. We got a better receiving core right now, but you add DeAndre Hopkins over there, they would have a better receiving core 1 through 6. See, we're 1, 2, 3. we see in Miami, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe. And a whole bunch of guys that got talent that, hopefully they develop for the future and they make plays. And, man, the Jets would be loaded. And exactly what Aaron Rodgers would want. And last but not least, Buffalo. Oh, boy, I hope this don't happen. Because it's just like Buffalo. I mean, it's just like Baltimore to me, but worse. If that man ended up in Buffalo, Buffalo would be the best team in football. Because whether we want to acknowledge it or not, he's not far away. They would be the best team in football. Give me a second. They would be the best team in football. Hopkins on one side, Diggs on the other. Rookie Kincaid would be eating all day. Then you got Dawson Knox. You got and that bum Josh Allen, making life even easier for his bum behind. I ain't gonna lie, they'd be the best team. They would finally be better than the Kansas City Chiefs. The only issue they would have is the defensive interior line. They don't have any defensive tackles. They trash up the middle. You can run the ball on Buffalo. But collectively, man, they might have the best team in football. And the only weakness is being able to run the ball up the middle potentially. That would be nasty. This is the year. Don't let no one tell you different. If so, we all guilty for moving the goalposts. Oh, no. I agree with you, bro. I agree with you, Cap for life. But I ain't moving the goalposts. And I ain't saying this is the case, but some people may feel like we already went 4 and out. We just don't see it yet. But I'm going to tell you now, that man end up in Buffalo, it's over for the NFL. It's over for the NFL. And trust me, they'll get somebody in that middle. Because if they get that man, they will literally say, hey, we going all out. And Von Miller, as soon as the news came, he all out there on Twitter with them 2 big old eyes. Like, and they best friends, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what D-Hop is asking for a contract. I have no clue. But I want to answer somebody's question in the comment section. I'll indulge you because it looks like I am talking about if he goes there, what would it make? It makes all of these teams great, right? And then somebody said, but what if he came to Miami, TD? Screw the fact that it ain't likely, but what if he did? It wouldn't make a difference. The only difference it would make is if one of our guys got hurt. Because, and I'm not trying to knock him, but this is my true, honest opinion. We don't have a guy that's looking at the whole field anyway. So that's irrelevant. We don't have a guy who's processing the entire field anyway. All them other teams that I just named, they have guys who are processing the entire field. When the ball snapped, they're not reading their offensive players. They're reading the defense, and then they know which offensive player should be open based off of the play, and then that determines their first read. See, let me teach y'all something. See, there's levels to quarterback play and I've never played quarterback, but I've studied the science behind quarterback play. I've read the books. I've read some of the greatest of all time. See, and that's another thing. You've never played and don't say nothing. These coaches ain't never played quarterback. These head coaches ain't never played quarterback. So stop. These quarterback coaches, a lot of them ain't never played quarterback. But let me tell you what I learned in my research. There are levels to quarterback play. There's the basic of the basic, and there's advanced. Let me help y'all understand what the most advanced quarterbacks, what they're able to do. See, let me tell you another thing. People think that these are progressions. Hike, here's my first progression. Here's my second progression. Here's my third. Here's my fourth. Some quarterbacks, that's correct. The most advanced quarterbacks, when they hike the ball, they identify what the defense is in based off of the two corners and two safeties. That gives them a great in the middle linebacker. That gives them a great indication of the base D that they're in. Within a second, when they identify, they determine this is my first read based off of this defense. This is my first read based off of that defense. That's the most advanced quarterbacks. But guess what? They're rare. That's why nobody talk about that type of processing. Nobody talk about that type of processing. The processing that is so detailed that the defense determines where your first read is. Because that's the efficient way of playing quarterback, but it's hard. I want you to think about it in your mind. If my first read is right here on the quick slip and the second read is the slant, hike, first read, it ain't there. Second read, oh, the safety came down, it's not there. You see how that takes time versus hike, what is the defense seeing? That's my first read. I ain't even have to waste my time because I know that's covered. But they don't talk about that type of stuff because ain't many quarterbacks at all can even operate at that high level. Some of them try it. Some of them just can't. Some of them just can't. And you know, it's guys like Brady who can, but they couldn't until like the second half of their career. Guys like Manning, they can, but they couldn't until the second half of their career. It's a whole nother, but now these quarterbacks, I'm going through my progressions. That's my first read. That's my second. It takes me to the crosser. Everything is in a flow where you could just see it coming across versus the defense telling you where your first read is because you want your first read to be the most efficient open read. And you need to determine that early. It shouldn't be when I hike the ball, let me go to my first read. It's not there. You should already know whether it's going to be there or not. But that's what we got in the NFL now. So like I said, having D-Hop in Miami wouldn't much matter because we got to be able to see the entire field. You got to be able to see the entire field so that you can identify, okay, bang, bang, look, got that guy. Because if you go watch the film of the Miami Dolphins last year, when we turn the one way and it's 3 receiver action over here and 2 receiver action over there, we never even get back this way. Not unless a defender in the face and you escaping and then you're looking like, oh, we never even go. Like we pick a side in Miami. That's the one thing we do with our offense. We pick a side. We definitely pick a side. So D-Hop needs to stay in the NFC. That's all I care about. Oh man. Oh man, why does this thing keep coming up back here? Make sure I move that. Hopkins, Hill, Waddle with us most dangerous now, TD. I mean, yeah, again, so Well, are we saying Waddle goes to the slot, or we just switch it up? We move it around. Who the X? Who the be interesting. I know it will be interesting. That would be beyond. It would be beyond amazing, man. Yeah, give me a second. Let me just make sure I block this clown. Hide user on this channel. All right. Get him out of here. All right. Oh, y'all give me a second. So I can help her. All right. This is the year that Tua should start processing the field, and maybe that is why he wears a cam. Oh yeah, absolutely. We talked about that yesterday, Glenn. I don't know if you made the show yesterday, Glenn. I'm not sure if you made the show yesterday, but yeah, we talked about that yesterday. Yeah, for sure. It's a good thing. This is what people don't understand. It's actually the best thing. Him wearing that camera is the right thing for them to be doing, so they can help him process the field, help him be able to see the entire field. All right. TD is going to change his tune on Tua this season. Bet. Hey, Brent, I've always been open for it though, right? I've always I want to change my tune, right? Anybody in this comment section that don't believe in him, we all should want to change our tune, but he has to change it. He has to change the tune. That's what we're all waiting on. Him to change the tune. It's not see, the thing with me with Tua is I just need him, even whenever he does play well, I need it consistently so that I can change my tune. Because what many people don't realize is I want to change my tune. For some reason, they think that if Tua balls out for 17 games, take us to a Super Bowl and win, that I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed. I was wrong. I can't believe. No, I'll be celebrating like everybody else. And they'll be like, no, don't jump on the bandwagon now. And I'm going to be like, I made the wagon, and keep on celebrating. Like, I need Tua to be that dude, because guess what, Dolphin fans? If you're a real Dolphin fans, and I take pride in the fact that this is the home of the real Miami Dolphin fans, if you're a real Dolphin fan, we all relying on him now. Because if he bums out and he don't make it these next 2 years, look, did we just waste 5 years of our time? I don't want to be right about that. Did we waste 5 years of our time? And now we got to go get somebody else to start a whole new rebuild? Because your core will be gone after 2 years from now. X may be gone. Armstead may be gone. Tyreek may be gone. A lot of these guys may be gone. The biggest names. TD, would you ever have Tua on your channel? Absolutely. I mean, the real question is, would he be willing to come on the channel? Some people ain't, people don't, have the biggest faith in them. They don't associate with them. So that's how that works sometimes. But yeah, we'll see, man. Again, people just got things all messed up. A lot of times just want to paint me to be the bad guy, but I just keep it real. And at the end of the day, let's let everything fall where they may. Let's let it all fall where they may. TD, I'm hopeless now. Will we ever do something right? I mean, we're still in the process of finding out if we can do something right, because this chapter right here ain't closed yet. And we all hope that it turns out to be the greatest thing that we've ever experienced. We all hopeful, man. We all hopeful. As Brent said, Tua has put in the work. I agree with that. He's a class dude. He's more than that whenever you talk about class. He is exactly how you want your franchise quarterback to act. No question there. He is due for things to change. And that's the part that we all waiting to see. No lies in your message, Brent. The way he conducts himself, carry himself, exactly what you want from your quarterback. You don't want the drama. You don't want all of that. Sometimes it comes with it, but if you got a guy that is a role model, and presents himself the right way, that's what you want as your franchise quarterback. But it got to be mirrored with consistent high-level play on the field. And again, that is the one area that we're waiting on. And you got to stay on the field. I don't talk about Tua not being on the field much, if y'all notice that. I don't really like to talk about his injuries like that. That's a lot of y'all. I don't really get into the injury thing. Sometimes I think people go through injury phases where they can have 4 bad years and then never get hurt for 7. So it's a concern, but I don't talk about the injuries much. I just try to talk about on the field. And what I know about him on the field is we see flashes, we see moments, we see a game here, there, and we might even get a little string. But the overall conclusion is still inconclusive. The overall conclusion is still incomplete to know. Because if you play 17 games and you ball out 14 of them, there ain't no more inconsistency. There ain't no more, you only did it against bad teams. Because ain't nobody playing 14 bad teams. You got to remove all the narratives because they are valid. A lot of people out here don't want to talk about the validity of them. So when somebody says, oh, he only played good against the Lions, the Bears, and the Browns, those were bad teams. Yeah, but look what he did against Baltimore. He did amazing, but it happens. It happens. We've saw some of the bummest, and I'm saying Tua is a bum, but we saw some of the worst quarterbacks ever carve up some of the best teams ever. And the very next week, they played a bad team and looked like a bad quarterback. So it happens. This is why consistency matters. This is why Herbert has so much more talent than Tua and supposed to be a better quarterback, but at the end of the day, he got his own inconsistencies, and hopefully people are starting to see that. Herbert now still got stuff to prove. He got the talent, but it ain't a shoe-in. What Herbert did in his first year, his second year, you can accept that, but what he's done, I know he was hurt and things fluctuated, but we got on Tua when he was hurt and his team around him fluctuated. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. At the end of the day, Tua got to put it all together. Now, it hurts him that he's not on the field to do it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So I'm going to always be that person that's out here pointing it out too, though. I know it gets me labeled in a negative way, but it is what it is. We're waiting to know that we have our guy. And the reality is what we have out here are people saying he's not the guy. We don't know that. And then you got people out here, he's the guy. We don't know that. Then you got people out here in the middle like me. I don't believe he's going to be the guy, but we don't know that. I'm telling you, we don't know. We waiting to find out. Every Sunday when that game come on, I root for his success. Now, about a third or fourth quarter, if that changes, I didn't change it. What I saw on that field changed it. About a third or fourth quarter, if I'm going crazy and excited, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I need. Cat for Life said, TD made the wagon. Yes, finally own it, fam. You are a pioneer. Yes. Yeah, that's right. It'd be funny when people make them comments. Don't hop on the bandwagon, man. Out here in social media, YouTube and all that. I at least put the 4 wheels on it. This is I already read that. All right, gun to the head. Dalvin Cook on the cheap or nuke, bro. AKA Hopkins on the cheap. You asking me which one I would choose? Dalvin Cook on the cheap or Hopkins on the cheap? That's a tough one. Y'all answer that in the comment section because that's a good one. Which would I take? Dang, that's actually real good. I think people ain't gonna be happy with my answer, but I'm taking D-Hop. First of all, I'm keeping him away from the rest of the conference. That's number one. But number two, if Tyreek gets hurt, we are in trouble. If Waddle gets hurt, we're in a little trouble too. Having Hop, it's a wrap. And then I'm okay not having Cook because the guys we got on this team now, all of them average about 5 yards a carry. We just didn't run the ball a lot. And another thing, at what point do we realize, Dolphin fans, that players could be on the back end of their career? At what point do we realize that? And which position do you trust more on the back end? Because depending on the running back, most of them have a shelf life of about 7 good years. Now, Cook already in this league for 6. He's balled ever since his 3rd year on. First 2 years, I mean, the yards per carry was great, but he wouldn't use as much. But after that, he's been the guy. So, it's a great question, though. I think I would have to go D-Hop, though, because I'm okay with the running back room. Y'all give me a second. I'm getting a call from the wife. Just want to make sure she okay. Appreciate y'all patience. Just making sure she was good. She just reminded me about my 3:30 haircut appointment. Get a little rough, so trying to get it more often. All right. Let me read some more of these super chats, man. Y'all sending some good ones in. Got me thinking. You hide a Dolphins fan for arguing with a Pats fan who's mocking Tua. Filthy cat, I didn't hide you, bro. I didn't hide you. I hid someone else and I made a mistake and clicked on you, but I had immediately unclicked on you. And then I got the person that I was trying to click on. All right. So you should be, obviously, if they let you super chat, you see you're not hidden anymore. So that was my mistake for doing that in the first place by making a mistake in doing that. All right. And I'm sorry you had to pay to say that. But yeah, I wasn't hiding you, bro. I made a mistake. I was trying to hide the person you was actually going in with. No, not the person you was trying to go in with, but somebody else that was being nasty about y'all conversation. G Money Uptown said, D Hop to the Browns. It's coming. Watch. Watson calling him now. You know what, man? I ain't gonna lie, G Money. You've been here for quite some time. You start coming over here as soon as there was a possibility of Watson coming. And I rocks with you, bro. It's just funny, man. And I know how great Watson is. But if the Browns bum out this year, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Even though I was the biggest cheerleader for one Watson, that would be how you don't get what you want, so you actually hope that you made the right decision. So I ain't rooting against Watson, but I hope I hope they don't do good. I hope they don't do good. That's how I am with it. I wanted you, and now since we didn't get you, I hope that you don't do good so I can be like, oh, yes, we dodged the bullet. Because I don't want to live in that. I don't want us to suck and live and to watch it. Like, imagine the Dolphins winning 8 games, missing the playoffs, and the Browns are right there in the AFC Championship game. That bothers me. That would bother me, especially if I got in to play, show up. That would bother me. Whew. Man, anyway, the Delusional Patriots fan said, Filthy Cap 305, whatever you said was blocked by YouTube and clearly over the line enough to get you in trouble. Nah, Delusional Pat fan, that was actually me that blocked him by mistake. I was trying to block somebody that was being nasty about y'all conversation. They said something pretty nasty that only I could see. The mods probably could see it as well. They said something pretty disrespectful and nasty about it. Oh, y'all little back and forth. Okay. So I was trying to block them, and then I made a mistake and blocked him by mistake. But then when I noticed it, because I saw the person I thought I blocked comment again, and I was like, hold on, I thought I blocked him. Then I saw I blocked the wrong person. So I corrected that and then went and blocked that person. Just FYI. Man, I maddest man on planet TD. What that mean? You throwing me for one. All right, so hold on, y'all. Give me a second. All right, we got another G Money in the house. He said, I'm a cry, but I rock with you, bro. You like fam now. Man, God made me cross your path. I'm forever a fan / supporter now. Salute to you, man. I know it. I already know it, bro. I know you've been rocking with me. You always come through. Whether it's good or bad, you're always rocking with us, man. So we appreciate you. We know that you represent the Browns because you're a Watson guy, but you're always on the channel, giving you insight, giving your thoughts. And I always appreciate you coming on the panels as well. All right. And man, that's how I feel about a lot of you guys, man. A lot of y'all really rock with me. I know y'all keep on talking in the comment section about what happened yesterday with the post that I put up that went absolutely bananas in our community, had every platform talking about it, blah, 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 blah. And just so you know, for those who don't know, I basically put up a post that said, can somebody tell me why Tua is the first quarterback in NFL history to be wearing a camera on his helmet? I know why he's wearing it, but for 3 years I was told that he could do the read defenses, blah, blah, blah. But I'm glad that he's wearing it now, something like that, because it can really help. First and foremost, I was wrong on the first part, saying that, can somebody tell me why Tua is the first quarterback in NFL history? He wasn't the first quarterback in NFL history. So a lot of people tried to dub me out as a liar to cause division. I actually didn't know. I thought he was the first quarterback in NFL history to be wearing a camera. I quickly learned that he wasn't, obviously, when everybody attacked, but that wasn't even the subject of the post. If you go down, that's the real subject of the post. But, you know, it doesn't matter. What haters will do is they'll just focus on the part that you were wrong instead of the true message about me telling them for 3 years that he struggles with that area and now they're getting him help. They'll ignore that. So what they decided to do is pin me out to be the divisor in the community by putting a blatant lie to divide people. It wasn't a lie. I was just wrong. The word lie has malintent to it. And by the way, it was 4 a.m. in the morning when I wrote that post. I woke up in the middle of the night checking on my baby girl, and then somebody sent me the camera pic. I was like, what? Then I wrote that, and I went right back to sleep. Wasn't even 102. But I never knew a player wore cameras before in the past. But at the end of the day, they want to dub it out as a blatant lie to cause division. Lies have malintent. I didn't wake up and say, I know other people wore cameras, so let me say why is Tua the first just to stir people up. No, that's not what happened. But again, that's how they're going to frame it out to be, and that's how the people who hate me will try to portray that online. But like I said, I could care less. I'm just shocked that Marquise Jacquez, whoever he is from ESPN or whatever, that he even commented on it and basically was like, oh, this guy with 6,000 followers started all of this. He's nobody. But then why did it create all y'all talking about it if I'm nobody? Why did it create everybody talking about it in the entire community if I'm nobody? And on top of it, working for ESPN, Marquise Jacquez, whatever his name is, he should be a little bit more careful because they are going through layoffs right now, so he should be a little smarter about who he speak about. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, but that's just to clear it up because I know a lot of y'all are in the comment section talking about the post yesterday. I didn't lie. I was just wrong. And you see how easy it is to just say it? I was wrong. It didn't hurt my feelings to be wrong because I can admit I was wrong and now I'm educated on it. Other quarterbacks have worn it. Still doesn't change the fact that they need it for Tua so that he can be better. And nothing's wrong with that. If you saw my stream yesterday, it's a good thing that they put that camera on him because he does need it. He does need it. They want to be able to see what he sees so they can critique and help him see different looks and say, hey, you see that over there? You got to check on that. Hey, you missed that. That's what it's about. That's what's going to help him become an actual good quarterback. But they just so scared. They like, oh, no, that's not why they got it. They got it for research. They could be researching stuff for the NFL, or it could be like a Hard Knocks type thing. I'm hearing all kind of stuff. Why is it so bad for you just to recognize the kid got flaws and they're trying to help him get better? Nothing. And the problem is from day one, they say he was going to come in this league and ball out and be pretty much an MVP candidate without saying it. And they know I've been right all this time. I have been right this entire time. And there's only one thing that I haven't been right on yet because we're waiting on the conclusion, and that's just his long-term success. I always said, Tua ain't coming in this league doing nothing. He's a year 3 at best when you see sparks from him. And that's what we've gotten. So now we're at a point where we're hoping he could turn the corner because we're at the mercy of him. We picked up the 5th-year option. We need him to. Ain't no more, well, we got a better option. Y'all go after that. That ship done sailed. So now we got to rely on him. We all need him to be great. We need this man to be it. We need him to be MVP. Then we'll know. I ain't lie. I was wrong. He's a franchise quarterback now. Let's go. Then I can finally order my first Tua jersey. Well, at least authentic one. Y'all know I still got that $35 one, the custom one. Cloud Life with the donation said, TD, here's a little something on that fresh cut. Go get that fresh cut, fam. Love your content always. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate it because he cuts expensive now. I always tip my guy a little more, but me and one of my sons, usually we run about $60-65, bro. But when you got your barber that you like, you stick with the barber you like. So, but I appreciate that, man. Thanks a lot, bro. Let me see here. Hold on. Crap. All right, I still got time. But yeah, back to the subject at hand, guys. The D-Hop piece of it, man, it's gonna be real interesting to see where he end up. I hope it happens sooner than later, though. I don't want to wait all off season. Teams can't play around, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Somebody just put something in the comment section. I don't know if this is true, but something about Dalvin Cook trying to renegotiate a deal with Minnesota to try to stay because the market ain't what he wants it to be pretty much out here. I told y'all Miami already put from what I've been told that Miami already gave an offer, but I don't know if it's enough. I don't know if it's enough based off of what I've been told. But yeah. TD, did you see you get called out on the Big O show? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about the Marcel and all of that and Big O. Yeah, somebody told me about that guy. They know exactly who I am. They funny. And just to hear Jacquez, whatever his name is, talk about this guy with 6,000 subs. Why are we paying attention to him? 6,000, first of all, you wrong, is 25. And you're going to talk about 6,000 when I got more than the person who show you on. Makes no sense. Trust me, frame the door is opening. Wait to see preseason. Well, I don't want to wait preseason, Cap. I need to see September 10th on the road. The Chargers. I want to see it real time. All right. I want to see it when it matters. Man. It's real. Hopkins posts June 1st cut. Oh, everybody was like, that it was before. But okay, that makes sense now. Oh, TD best Dolphin YouTuber. I mean, we all great, man. We all great. All right, even the people I disagree with, we all great. Let them know, TD. Bought and paid for by Dolphins media. He is a clown. Swim around here. I don't want to really deal with that. Talk about that mess, man. The kids say hi, Mr. Yeah, Chris, what's up, man? I see you. Tell the kids I said hello. Hope they had another good school year. Yeah, have some fun in the summer and get them ready for the next one, man. Raising these babies, bringing them up, and doing the best we can, man. Love you, Chris. Love you and your family, man. I love to see it. Just great. I'm just all about family, bro. I love just seeing healthy families, man. Is Stephen D okay, TD? Yeah, I believe he's okay, but I'm gonna check on him again today because he been live in 6-7 days. You know, sometimes let me say this, sometimes y'all should message guys and be like, hey, I hope all is well. Y'all got to understand, like, I've been doing this for 5 years now. The climate changes, I'm not saying this for anyone in particular, nor Stephen D, okay? But I know how this works because once we get to this point right here, the engagement starts to die off. It's normal. It's normal. Okay? Like, for instance, 2 months ago, if I did a stream, I got 550 people in the room. Yesterday, I did a stream, I had 350 in the room max. You see what I'm saying? Right now, I got 270. By the way, those are great numbers for this time of year. Those are great numbers but it keeps going down and down. It'll fluctuate. I may do a stream later or tomorrow that, bam, 340 or 420. It fluctuates, but this is the down season. And you got to understand, some of these guys grind hard during the season because they're taking hours. This is where people don't appreciate YouTubers a lot. Again, let me stop making it. I don't want to make this about anybody else, so I always put myself in it, okay? I want y'all to think about the hours that I stream. Or think about during the season. I could do a stream in the morning from 9, and next thing you know, it's 1 o'clock. Hey, man, y'all done had me for 4 hours. I got to go, right? I can come back at 4 that day and do 1 to 2. Then I might even, hit a stream, a Heat game at night for 2.5, 3 hours, right? A lot of people may not realize I stream for 9 hours. And my mouth has been doing this the entire time. It's work. Some of you in a call center don't even talk as much as people do that stream like I do. It's work. So some people out here, well, let me keep it to me. If I stream 9 hours, if I did, let me just show y'all something. If I did work in a call center, just hypothetically, and say I was making $20 an hour. In a call center, I made $180 today. But I might stream those 9 hours and maybe I only got $70 of donations. And then from the people that watched it, YouTube, maybe another 30. So maybe that was $100 in that day. In the off season, because during the season, y'all overly show love, right? But do you see what I'm saying? So sometimes people might be working a job in a summer or whatever they may, or period, YouTubing isn't the easiest thing ever. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work just to try to do it full time. But this is why I encourage people that do YouTube, keep grinding, because you may be fortunate like me to where you get to a point to where those numbers, you get people that showing love through donations, the $5 here, the $2 there, the 10. I just got a 20. And remember, by the way, YouTube takes 40% of all of that. But Also, y'all hit that like button, you subscribe, and then I'm able to do stuff like this.
Can you turn your light off? Oh, yeah, it's hard for me.
Sponsorships. And you see, and you're okay, but everybody ain't. I'll just leave it at that. You see what I'm saying? So this is why I say, man, when you show love to people and you appreciate the work they do, if you do have an opportunity, show them the love. And when again, this ain't about nobody in particular. This ain't about no other YouTuber, not Stephen D or nothing. But when they are live and you love their show, hey, you might have $2 in your bank account that you ain't even thinking about. Send it in the super chat. Send it in the Cash App. Otherwise, you got to understand if somebody say, hey, I'm finna take some time off. You know, I got to do what's best for my family and what's worth it. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. I mean, we all went through it. Just imagine a day where you're streaming for 10 hours, right? And you had $6 in donations, right? And YouTube already take 40% of that. So you pretty much gained about $3.80. But you streamed 10 hours and people love the show. They were debating, arguing, and all that, and people commenting. You know, you're occupying people's life and you're providing entertainment. But look at you see what I mean? So I've never said, hey, can y'all donate? You know, hey, donate. Hey, man, where's the super chats? I have never once. But at the same token, that's why I'm also overly appreciative when it does happen. Hey, man, I appreciate the love. I'm going to always make sure that I hit the super chat. Some people like TD money hungry. He only read the super chats. That's not true. It's just that sometimes people are showing so much love that all I got time for is to keep reading the super chats. And that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's why when I first started doing ads on this channel, TD doing ads now, man. He done sold that, blah, blah, blah. It's somebody who ain't never seen $1. So, yeah. So know that about creators. When you can hit that like button, really hit it. When you can, I mean, y'all got to understand this YouTube thing. Everything matters. I understand the algorithm. Right now, I got 142 likes, but I got 265 people watching. That means 123 people did not hit the like button. And I understand you all can't hit it. Some of you driving right now. Some of you blah, 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 blah. But if I had 40 people that hit the like button right now, the viewership would go up to 280. Because the way it works, sometimes the algorithm says, hey, a lot of people liking this video. Let me send a notification out to some more people. They don't send a notification out to everybody. I got 25,000 subscribers. And when I looked at my analytics, about 14,000 of them got the notification bell on. They don't send 14,000 notifications. They send notifications to the frequent people and a few of the other ones. So if you always up here on the stream, they're going to keep sending you the notification because you're also engaged. YouTube, the algorithm is actually like reciprocal. If you ain't been over here in 6 months, they ain't going to send you the notification every time. They'll send you like 1 out of every 9. So yeah, man. I mean, this is big stuff. TD, you missed a super chat, by the way. I never miss a super chat, especially with the new feature they have in StreamYards. I'm just talking right now. So when I'm done talking now, I can pick up on the super chats where I left off because I got a thing where I can click where I left off on super chats and it keeps it in order for me. Before I had to go search for them, but they all right in front of me now. Ball and B Money said, I just got here. Where do you think Hopkins is going? Where I really think he's going? Buffalo, Cleveland, or Baltimore. Buffalo, Cleveland, or Baltimore. Because those are the teams that would benefit the most if they went ahead and snatched them up. And when I say benefit the most, Super Bowl aspirations. The Patriots would benefit the most, but Super Bowl aspirations, those things would benefit the most. All right. No, you good, 4Ps. Nah, I appreciate you holding me down, just in case I did forget. Appreciate you holding me down, bro. Don't think because I correct you and say, no, I got him, that I don't appreciate you telling me that, because now you know I have a system. But before that, maybe I didn't, and you just let me know. So you good, bro. Don't ever think I'm trying to correct you, bro. So I'm appreciative of you even bringing it to my attention. G Money said we got 11 million and then 11 mil more on June 22nd. Just looked it up. 22 million, then 15 to D Hop. Man, now you throwing numbers out there, man. Stop it. You don't know how much D Hop gonna want. Well, I think you'll be able to get a good price based off of what he can get if it was free agency. But I think D Hop gonna end up signing. D Hop gonna do something like a 2-year, $27 million deal or something like that. And what's going to entice him to come is going to be like an 18 million guaranteed. Something like that. So even if he get cut after 1 year, he got at least, and it's going to be a fat signing bonus for a majority of it. We'll see. I don't know. I'm throwing numbers out there. Right. Do you have to go end up in Baltimore? And I hate to say it. Do you have to go? Well, I think you meant he's gonna end up in Baltimore. You hate to say it. I agree. I agree. What's up, TD? Hope you're having a blessed Friday. Imagine we got D Hop and we move Waddle to slot. Again, I already told y'all it would be beautiful, but when you got all those weapons, you got to be able to see the entire field. Y'all, let me teach y'all something. Let me tell y'all why Waddle and Tyreek work. When they're on opposite sides of the field, we're not taking advantage of them on opposite sides of the field. What you notice is, say Tyreek goes deep and Waddle comes underneath that, deep underneath it. But that's all one path of vision. They all technically meeting. Just Tyreek is deeper and Waddle's in that path. Tua ain't seeing this side, the sideline and the sideline. Tua, when he back to pass, he's not surveying it all, sideline to sideline. He hiking that ball and waiting on that intersect. Okay, the safeties follow Tyreek, deep to Waddle across the middle. The safety came down to double Waddle, take a shot deep to Tyreek. He's not, that ain't what we got. So a lot of our schemes, think about that play that I showed y'all on film. Slant, flat, curl, right? Why am I saying curl? Wheel route, right? All of the action is happening on one side. And them other guys are running route. If you look, listen to me. This is proof to y'all. Go watch some film, right? On every play where we do the slant, flat, wheel route. Look at the other two receivers on the other side of the field or the running back. They barely even running routes. They going up. They're like, we know it ain't coming to us. Because our offense, to help Tua, cuts off the field. It's either over here, or it's down the middle, and he's just waiting on the different guys to come just in case that one ain't there, that one ain't there. You see what I'm saying? We pick a side. We don't survey the entire field. This is why when we watch film, we be like, man, look at this guy wide open, but he never looks over there. He never even looks over there. And I'm not saying that's Tua's fault. It's just how we got to run the offense because we're giving him what he can do well. We don't want to thrust him into trying to survey the whole field because he's going to delay. He's going to be a little slow. That's why Trevor Lawrence got it there. I ain't even a fan of Trevor Lawrence. I don't like Trevor Lawrence. But Trevor Lawrence got to fail in that system for a year. Trevor Lawrence got to fail for 2 years in that system trying to learn that system to survey the whole field. You notice when Trevor played, he bouncing around, he looking. We don't do that. We hike that ball and we already know. I got 3 options. If he do that, I got him. If he do that, I got him. If they both do that, I got that. That's what we do. Really, go watch Trevor. Hike the ball. Trevor's surveying the field. We're not surveying the field. We already know what spot we want to get it. Best case scenario, we just want to manipulate a safety or a linebacker with our eyes. So adding another receiver would be good if we were surveying the full field. To survey the field, the offensive line have to be better than what we had last year. That could be a big part of it too. We don't have time to even allow him to work on surveying the field. So that's a good point made too. It's a good point. So that's why I say it ain't on to it. We just got to do what we got to do. And this is more of us wanting to win games versus developing. So we'll see. All right, cool. For real, TD, if you look at the film, that plays, if he were surveying the field, you've been, what did he say? For real, TD, if you look at the film, that plays, if he were surveying the field, you've been, if he would have been surveying the field, you would have been sacked, maybe. Feel he would have been sacked. In easy, this is where I also, when I look at the film, I show people there are a lot of plays that if he surveyed the field, he would be sacked. But we also show plays that if he was surveying the field, it would be a touchdown, because we'll pause it and be like, look at that clean pocket and look at his wide open receiver. But he's not even looking at him, y'all. He's not even looking at him. It goes back to that play on Twitter that everybody dropped that video, right? Where he threw the ball deep to Tyreek on the right side for a touchdown, right? It was a touchdown, though, right? But watch this. This is the proof right here. Everybody said he was going through progressions because he looked to the left at the beginning of the play. And then in a split second, he looked right and just threw it. Didn't survey anything, just looked right, cocked back, and threw it. Because he knew Tyreek was on the go. What I keep trying to tell people what he was doing on that play was trying to hold a safety, which he did for a slight second. And once the time came, he came back and threw it. Safety missed just in time. Tua did a good job on what he was trying to do. But what I'm proving to people is he's not going through progressions, because they said, no, he was looking at Gesicki on the first progression. Then he went to Tyreek. And I said, wow, how ridiculous can we be? Because if he were looking at Gesicki, Gesicki went up the seam wide open for the touchdown. So if you're going through progressions and you're looking at Gesicki as your first, because he was looking right at Gesicki, by the way, y'all. But what I'm telling people is he was just looking in that direction. Because if he was looking at Gesicki and going through progressions, it didn't matter, because that was a touchdown on the first read. Gesicki right away came wide open. The linebacker bit on the play action. And Gesicki in the middle of the field, just wide open for the touchdown. And Tua looking that way, comes back and throws it to Tyreek. And there's your proof. It's not progressions. He's manipulating the safety because he already knows where he wants to go with the ball, whether it's open or not, by the way, because he just threw it. Lucky for him, Tyreek beat his guy, and it was a good pass, too. It was a doggone good pass. But you're not going through your progressions. But people think just because they see this, see him look one way and look another and throw it, he at least went to his second read. No, the first one was wide open if that's what he was doing. So these are the arguments I have with people, but they don't see it. They just don't see it. And pre-draft for Tua, my scouting on his pre-draft film, I said, let me tell you something that I've never seen nobody ever do in college or the pros better than I've seen Tua do. His mechanics. The way he goes back to pass, shifting his body, the way he manipulates his eyes. His mechanics were flawless coming out of college. I'm just watching his college film and I'm like, look at him, look right. Pulling him, got him left. Man, he flawless. That's the one thing in the scouting that I recognize. This man was flawless in his manipulation of players in the secondary. But he was not going through progressions and reading defenses. He was manipulating defenses with his eyes, committing to a guy, knowing he ain't throwing there, so that because he knows the play and what should be open. I'm telling y'all, this is what I got from pre-draft. I was like, that's one thing I've never seen nobody do better than this man because he wins big time. The manipulation, the movement with his body, the slide movement to sell to you as a defender. This is where I'm going. Hype, set. He's still set on you, but he really going the other way. Man, the way I saw it in college, I was like, I ain't gonna lie. Now that is special. But when I start reading scouting reports, the way that he reads defenses and go through progressions, I'm like, well, I don't see that. And then when I see people's example, I'm like, no, he's not actually going through progressions. He's manipulating the secondary with his eyes. That's not a progression. And people don't understand the difference. And that Gesicki play, when they put it on Twitter, they thought they were proving a point. But that tells you all you need to know. Gesicki was wide open and he was looking at him and didn't go to him and still came back to Tyreek because that's what he does. That's what he does. And that's what he needs to get better at actually reading it. So, and we hope that he does. I just know that this is a step in the right direction with that camera, though. It is a step in the right direction because now McDaniel will be able to say, hey, pause right here. What are you looking at? Oh, I'm looking to safety off so I can, hopefully free up Tyreek to have no help side D. Yeah, but what's your first read? You see what I mean? And that might be Gesicki right up the middle. Is he open? So I understand you manipulating, but he's open. Throw the ball. Stuff like that. So Hopkins signing with Ravens. We'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of stuff that's about to go down for it's cool. Anyway, man, outside of that, we got another super chat. TD was the pioneer of including the fan base into his streams. Most others just gave their opinion. TD, I always tune in, even if you are a two-a-near. Hey, I'm the biggest two-a-near. Expect us. But yeah, man, I think we've done a lot of pioneerish things over here. And I hope others are taking it and running with it and doing even better, man. But yeah, we brought people on the stream. We were the first ones to open up panels. And those panels end up blossoming into other people doing their own channels. So I just want us to have a great community where everybody is getting the content that they like. And I might not be the content you like, but at this point, we all should be able to find content we like. TD on his tour can read defense, animation, mind. Reading take against the sheep eats it up. This works better than his behind the QB camera view mind reading. True or not, the first QB to use camera. Yeah, we know that, Mudbone. We don't even understand the point of your message. We know he's not the first quarterback to use a camera on his helmet now. Yeah, we were wrong when we posted that on Twitter. Mudbone. Does that make you happy? I hope so. But as far as the reading defense, at the end of the day, bro, I just read your defense. See you later. Peace. No, I'm just messing with you. All right. Hopkins made post OBJ. Bateman last week. Ravens make most sense. Lamar win MVP. He may end up in Baltimore. Tua for MVP 24. That would be sick. Oh, okay, my bad. Nah, I'll just mess with you, Mudbone. He might be the first one to have one in OTAs. It don't matter, man. He needed. Dolphins passed up on Lamar for Tua. Yeah, we passed. Hey, man, screw that. Tua gotta work. Talk about we passed up on Lamar for Tua. We passed up on everybody for Tua. Brady, Herbert, Watson, Lamar. Hell, you can even go as far as saying people like Jimmy G, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, all kind of people. He better be the guy. TD Izzy wanted you to know that she got MVP in her football league as running back. Whoa! Are you serious, man? You got to give me some pics, some live footage, man. That's what's up, Izzy. Congratulations. The sky is the limit. Keep on breaking them ankles. MVP. Y'all give Lizzie some MVP love in the chat. Y'all give little Lizzie some MVP love, man. That's what's up. Oh, man. I love little league stuff. TD, what would it take for you to buy a Tua jersey? Just him to prove he's a franchise quarterback and me believe it. What does that take? Take last year, right? Take the season we had last year and struggle against the 49ers, okay, but don't do what you did versus the Chargers. Have better ball placement. And then the games that you missed, the 5 games you missed, have 4 of those 5 be just like the great ones you had. Then he's our guy. And I'll believe he's our guy. So we're going to find out. We shall see. At least 3 consecutive years of high play. 1 year don't prove anything. But we ain't got the 1 year yet. Why do people think that we got the 1 year of high play? Was he consistent in his play this year? Was he consistent in his play this year? I ain't talking about when he got a concussion in Green Bay. Because everybody like to throw out he was playing the best football until he got concussed. What about when he came back healthy? Because when he came back healthy, wasn't after the first concussion the Lions, the Browns, and the Bears his best games of the season outside of the Baltimore Miracle? Were those his best games? There was no concussion issues then. So why all of a sudden do we ignore that the 49ers Chargers happened? Why do we ignore that? 2 teams that play totally different defense. But we automatically go, and then when he got hurt later in the season, it fell apart. No, why are we skipping those 2 vital games? Why is in everybody's narrative about Tua, they skip those games? The way that they frame the timeline is as if those games never existed. Why do they all do that? When he was on the field and healthy, he was great. And then when he got hurt, it just started falling apart. No, when he got hurt, he was done. It didn't fall apart after he got hurt. When he got hurt, it was done. When Green Bay happened, it was done. There were no games after that where it was like, oh, he's struggling now ever since that. No. That's the lie of the community. When he got a concussion, when he got hurt, it just went downhill from there for him. What are you talking about? When he got a concussion, he was done for the season. And you can't be talking about the first concussion because after that, he had his best games. Lions, Tigers, Bears, oh my. Y'all see the Lion narrative out there? This is the narrative that's being spread by all of these people. Let them tell it. He must have got a concussion in the Houston game. That's the caveat. That's the secret that they believe. That's the only thing that would make sense in all of their narratives. Yeah, he got a concussion in Houston. That would be the only logical reasoning. But we all know that didn't happen. But why is the mainstream media and our media selling that narrative that when he was healthy, he was great on the field? Not until he got hurt did it all start falling apart. What are you talking about? When he got hurt, he was done for the season. And if you're talking about the first time he got hurt, he had his best games afterwards. I didn't hear that narrative at all. Ooh, Mr. Northern, it's everywhere. This is all they talking about. What we do know is when Tua's healthy and on the field, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He was the best. Not until he got injured did it start to fall apart. This is the narrative that's out here. And maybe it's just me. Is anybody else hearing that narrative? Maybe it's just me. And don't say you hearing it just because I'm hearing it and I'm telling you it. Have you heard it out here in our own media and in the national media? Yes or no in the comment section. Have you heard that exact same narrative? Yes or no? Do not favor me. Tell us the truth. If you heard it, you heard it. If you haven't heard it, then don't speak. Because it's all I'm hearing out here. But the homie just said he ain't hear it, so maybe it might just be me. I don't like to put myself in my own world and think y'all need to be, I don't want to lead nobody. Yeah, they hearing it. I have, bro, every day. Yes, I have heard it. Old man said no. Crypto said yes. Absolutely. They even say he was the MVP for half the season like that. Like what? LOL. Every AFC East discussion. Yep. The funniest thing on this channel is TD got y'all thinking he can actually read film. Well played, TD. Hey, yes, Dave. Thank you. People actually have their own eyes, Dave. Say I couldn't read film, Dave. Just hypothetically. Just say I couldn't really read film, right? People got their own eyes. The thing that this channel allows them to do is actually get the coach's film without having to pay for it themselves. So when we going through the film, they see what I see. Look at these wide open check downs, and we forcing the ball in the triple covers to tight end, the Tyreek. I ain't got to sit up here and know this is a hybrid cover 4 with a A gap attack and blah, blah, blah. I ain't got to sit here and know all the lingo. But what I can show people is, tell me why we just threw it in the triple coverage and almost got picked off on the incomplete when you got 3 guys wide open underneath. You ain't got to read film to be able to see that. You do not have to be able to read film to see that. And I know where you got that from. Some of y'all are in here with the negative stuff with me, and they're talking points that were sent to me yesterday from another channel about, and always wrong on reading film, and a little video somebody sent me of somebody else on another channel talking about he always wrong when he reads the film, and blah, blah, blah. That's all you're talking head in here. You coming in here from somebody else's channel talking about they talking points about me. Have you ever asked those individuals, why am I always the topic of discussion on their channel? Just stick to football. Stick to what they see. Let them educate y'all the way they want to educate you. Not talk about me. Because obviously there must be some type of envy. Okay. Anyway, ain't no CD zombies here. Exactly. I allow people to think freely and challenge everything I say. I don't want people sitting here agreeing with me just because I say it. I love our comment section because very often I don't agree with that, TD. I love it because I ain't asked you to agree with everything I say. I'm just telling you what I think, and I'm listening to what y'all think, and I'm reading them. This is real conversation. You ain't got to all get in line with the masses or get blocked. No, we don't do that over here, baby. Film shows the good and bad, good plays or bad plays. Exactly. All right. I'm 88 minutes late, but I'm reading the title. TD, stop being greedy. I'm not being greedy. I didn't say the Dolphins are getting Hopkins. I'm not being greedy, Bree. I know it's Celtics is 7 though. But anyway, Tua smacked Lamar down last season is all I know. Hey, we got the W. That's all that matter, right? Facts, TD lives rent-free in some people's heads. Man. All right, y'all, man. Hold on. Wife calling. What's up, man? Yeah, I'm wrapping up now. All right, I'll call you back. All right, y'all. I gotta go to this haircut appointment. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter what, man. I will see y'all later. Y'all keep your head up. At the end of the day, man, it's fins up no matter what. Let's get this Super Bowl. Peace. I am out.